Welcome back. It's me. And here we go with another episode of, and the channel's finally actually named, Chickens, a Pig, and Cats. Oh my. So, today I'm going to start out griping about egg hunting. Egg hunting. People with chickens know they might have a designated area for the chickens to lay eggs. But the chickens don't care. If they don't want to lay their eggs there, they're going to go find someplace else. And they'll pick a spot. And they might lay their eggs there for a week, maybe. And then they decide, oh, something's wrong. I've got to go lay my eggs someplace else now. So then you got to find out where they're laying the eggs again. They were laying their eggs in Livy's house for a while, which was great. Mostly. And the nib would be in there laying her egg. And Mimi would walk over there and be wanting to lay her egg, but Mimi got to stand there and wait because the nib is taking too long. And it would go the other way around. Mimi would beat her to the nest and the nib walk around griping. That's Mimi. Walking around griping because she wanted her turn on the nest. Well, that was going great for like 2 or 3 weeks. But here lately they've decided to change it up. So Dove will still come in and lay her egg in here. She didn't lay in Livy's house. She still lays, well, I think she's still laying in here. But as for the egg hunt, when they start singing that egg song, that tells me they've laid their egg. Okay, great. Well, when they were laying in Livy's house, I didn't worry about it. Every other day, we go out and get the eggs. They're not laying in her house anymore, except for maybe one of the hens once a day. Of the 3 hens who lay, they've been coming inside to do it. And this morning, much like yesterday, I've had 2 hens start flapping their wings, singing the egg song, acting like they've laid an egg. They acted like they laid an egg. So since it's in the house, I need to find out where it's at, or go get it, put it up. So I go to look at the usual spot, which apparently is the armoire again. So I come in after Mimi walked out and she was all proud and done her egg song. Second time this morning she's done that to me. And I've come in, turned on a flashlight on my phone, and I've looked everywhere. And I can't find one. I don't know if my luck, she's probably already laid one in Livy's house, but then decided to come inside and act like she laid an egg, so she can stand back and go, watch. She's gonna go looking for the egg again. Look, there she goes. There she goes. She got the flashlight. There ain't one there. Look, she's going over in there. She's looking in there. There ain't one there either. And in case you don't remember, this is Mimi. Her original name is Penny. That's what she was named when she still lived across the street, before she migrated over here. So, yeah. And right now, apparently the nib is getting ready to lay her egg. Maybe. Don't know if she's going to pull the same thing that Mimi did. We'll find out. And this is how we learned that Lucky is a root, because he started crowing early. And it's a very funny crow. I'm starting to wonder if that's just the way he's going to crow, if there's something wrong with his crower or if it's going to change as he gets older. Because it's one thing to sound like a teenage boy going through puberty, and it's another for it to last a little too long. I don't know if it's lasting too long. I don't know how long it's supposed to last. But he was only not even 3 months old when he started crowing. So this is the video of him crowing the second day that he was crowing. And I gotta tell y'all a little bit about Livy. Or a little more about Livy. You know how people say pigs will eat anything, everything. That's not true. Livy don't. Livy is a picky pig. She's a little spoiled. She does not like certain vegetables. And certain vegetables, she doesn't want them raw. Fruits, she likes fruit, but she won't eat too many of them. She will eat meat, she will eat some cooked vegetables. She likes bread. She loves sweets, mashed potatoes. It depends on, cooked vegetables, most of those she'll eat. Yeah. Livy's favorite thing to eat is the persimmon corn, which is what I used when she came back and we got her to come back into the yard. So there was a point, I don't think I've mentioned this before. No, I didn't. There was a time, we always keep persimmon corn for her. That's what she mainly eats. And I'm trying to mix in some other feeds too, because she is turning into the true pot-belly pig. And we had run out of her corn. So it was going to be 2 or 3 days before we could get her more. So in the meantime, I was cooking her beans and rice. I would make oatmeal or grits, something. And that's what she would eat. And that was fine the first day and the second day. Well, about halfway through the second day. And she got to the point where she would not eat. The kids had a playground over there, which the lower part of that playground actually is now her house. But before we moved it to be her house, it was further over in the yard. And she went into the little clubhouse thing at the bottom of it, and she laid down. She ignored me, would not listen to me, she was depressed. Very, very sad. At one point, I even opened the back gate so she could go play. Go out and play. Run free. Have fun. No, she wouldn't budge. She was too sad. I even went and got, what was it? I think I got her some cookies. And I walked over to the little doorway of the house and I showed her, hey, Livy, look, I got cookies. And she was laying this way and I was over here. So when she saw, I had the cookies and I set them on the ground because I couldn't reach her face. So I kind of tried to make a trail from the little doorway over to her pan. Come eat. She raises her head up, turns. But that is not my corn. She raised up a little bit. She scooted herself over to where she was completely with her back to me, laid back down. Nope. She was not speaking to me. So it was 2 days that she was out of corn. Because that day, Spencer got home from work with her corn. And as soon as we got the bag open and she heard the corn pouring into her metal pan, she was up, walked over, tail wagging, and she ate. She was happy. She was all good again. I could even pet her. So yeah, she's got to have her persimmon corn. So, and she's also popular with delivery people. Not sure why her, but everybody who makes a delivery, Amazon doesn't really take the time. They're always in a hurry, which is understandable. But when I get deliveries from a store, Livy gets up, comes to the gate with me, as if she were a puppy too. So, you know, pigs are very social, as long as they know you. At least she is. So she'll come to the gate, and everybody wants to take a picture of her. Some of them will ask if they can pet her. And yeah, they can pet her. They can reach through the gate and pet her as long as Flash is up on the porch, because Flash does not like for people to reach through the fence, through the gate. No, no, no. So, yeah, Livy gets very popular. Also, Livy is intact. She has not been spayed. I don't think we'll ever be able to get her spayed. But she goes through that time of the month, and she can be aggressive. She wants attention. She doesn't try to bite anybody or anything like that. She's not mean about it. She just wants attention. And she will push up against your leg. She'll stand in front of the gate when it's time for Spencer to come in or out of the gate. And it's kind of difficult to get her to move. It's very hard to move her. So, at one point, several months back, I decided, again, we've got to rehome her. So I tried. I made posts, I took pictures. Livy baby picture. And a Livy now picture. Anyway, I put her out on several different pages, and for the first time, not a single person said anything. Nobody asked any questions. Nobody seemed to be interested. That was the second time I tried to rehome her. And that told me she's not meant to be rehomed. This is where she lives. This is where she stays. And whatever happens with her grumpiness moods, we'll deal with it. So, the Livy lives here. Did you know that pigs can get the zoomies like dogs? Livy does. Occasionally, she'll be out there, you'll start hearing her squeal, and then you'll see her run. Just zoom off, running this way. And then you see her going that way. And she'll go back over here. Come back over here. And if there are any chickens in her way, they learned to move because she will just go right over them. But they always move out of the way before she gets there. So she's never trampled a chicken or a cat. When she starts acting like that, everybody stays away. They pay attention to what she's doing, and they stay out of her way. Well, I'm going to stop here for now. I'm going to take a break. Then I'll start working on another one. But y'all hit that like button and the little subscribe button. And say hi. Bye. Love y'all.